Snooks, the Snooks. 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 Snooks, the Snooks.
Dragon Gets By. Now, like some of the other dragon books that we've read together, this has 2 title pages. Dragon Gets By. And here, Dragon Gets By, written and illustrated by Dav Pilkey. And it has Read the Complete Dragon series. And if you keep watching, we might just read some of these together. Stay tuned. On the verso page, I can tell you that this book was first printed in the year 1991. And there's a dedication. Dav Pilkey dedicated this book for my old pal, George Hurst. And like other dragon books, this one has a contents page. And the reason is because this is a chapter book. There are 5 chapters. And this tells you which chapter, the title of the chapter, and which page you'll find it on. We're starting on chapter 1. Dragon Sees the Day. One warm sunny morning, Dragon woke up and yawned. He was very groggy, and whenever Dragon woke up groggy, he did everything wrong. First, he read an egg and fried the morning newspaper. Then he buttered his tea and sipped a cup of toast. Finally, Dragon opened the door to see the day, but Dragon did not see the sun. He did not see the trees or the hills or the flowers or the sky. He saw only shadows. "It must still be night time," said Dragon. So he went back to bed. Chapter 2. Housework. Dragon's floor was very dirty. He got his broom and began to sweep. When he was finished sweeping, the floor was still dirty. So Dragon swept again, and there was still dirt everywhere. "There sure is a lot of dirt on this floor," said Dragon. Dragon swept all morning long and into the afternoon. He carried out wheelbarrows filled with dirt. All of this sweeping left a very big hole in his floor. Finally, the mail mouse came by. She looked at all the dirt outside the house. She looked at the big hole inside the house. "What's going on in here?" asked the mail mouse. "I'm sweeping my floor," said Dragon. "It is very dirty." "But you have a dirt floor," said the mail mouse. "It is made of dirt." Dragon looked at the hole he had swept and scratched his big head. "Looks like you've made a mess," said the mail mouse. "Looks like I've made a basement," said Dragon. Chapter 3. Yard Work. Dragon looked at the big pile of dirt in his yard. "What am I going to do with all this dirt?" he wondered. He got a shovel and dug a big, deep hole. Then he scooped the dirt into the hole. "Well, that takes care of that," said Dragon. "Now where did this come from?" Chapter 4. Shopping. Dragon looked in his cupboard, but there was no food at all. "The cupboard is bare," said Dragon. "Time to go shopping." Dragon got into his car and drove. The food store was at the top of a hill. It was a very steep drive. Dragon loved to go shopping. He was a very wise shopper. He bought food only from the 5 basic food groups. He bought cheese curls from the dairy group. He bought donuts from the bread group. He bought ketchup from the fruits and vegetables group. He bought pork rinds from the meat group. and he bought fudge pops from the chocolate group. Dragon had a balanced diet. He had so much food that he could not fit it all into his car.
I know what I will do, said Dragon. I will eat some of the food now, and then the rest will fit in the car.
Dragon sat in the parking lot and started to eat. He crunched up the cheese curls. He downed the donuts. He packed away the pork rinds. Dragon ate and ate and ate until all the food was gone. Burp! Now Dragon could not fit into his car.
Oh, what am I going to do?
Cried Dragon. He thought and scratched his big head.
I know what I will do, said Dragon. I will push my car home.
So Dragon pushed his car down the hill. The car began to roll faster and faster and faster and faster. Finally, Dragon's car came to a stop right in front of his house. Crash! And Dragon flew off.
Ah!
All the excitement had made Dragon very hungry. He went into his kitchen and looked in the cupboard. There was no food at all.
The cupboard is bare, said Dragon. Time to go shopping.
Chapter 5. Good night, Dragon. It had been a long, busy day, and now it was bedtime. Dragon was very groggy, so he brushed his head and combed his teeth, watered his bed, crawled into his plants, and fell fast asleep. Ah. Now, like the other Dragon books that we've shared together, this has some bonus stuff. This says about the author with Dav Pilkey made a picture of himself. And it says Dav Pilkey is the creator of the best-selling Dogman and Captain Underpants series. He has written and illustrated many other books for young readers, including the Dumb Bunnies series, the Halloweener, Dog Breath, and the Paperboy, which is a Caldecott Honor book. Dav lives in the Pacific Northwest with his wife. And next to that it says, you can draw a dragon. Now, not equipped to do that here, but I'll show the pages if you want to pause the video so you can give it a try yourselves. And finally, there's another bonus feature. It says, what's your story? Dragon makes a lot of mistakes when he is groggy. Imagine you did not get enough sleep last night. What mistakes would you make? Where would you take a nap? Write and draw your story. And finally, it says, bonus. Try making your story just like Dav with watercolors. Did you know that Dav taught himself how to watercolor when he was making the Dragon books? He went to the supermarket, bought a children's watercolor set, and used it to paint the entire book series. And the back cover says, Dragon has a very busy day. First, he needs to do housework. Then he needs to do yard work. And he needs to go grocery shopping. Can Dragon get it all done? And then it says, read more Dragon books. And here's a hint. If you keep watching, you might just see more of these. But for now, that is the end of that.